If you had to make a faction with wrestlers from each decade, starting from the 80s, who would you put in your faction? I'll go first. From the 80s would be Macho Man. Macho Man had charisma, he could talk, he was amazing in the ring. Arguably, he was much better than Hulk Hogan. Only reason I think Hulk Hogan was bigger than Macho Man because he forced himself to win all the time. Going into the 80s, people didn't know wrestling was scripted. There was rumblings that it was predetermined, so a win really meant something. The fact that Hulk Hogan was still winning all the time just made him seem like a super athlete. So that's the only reason I think Hulk Hogan was ever more over than the Macho Man. From the 90s would be The Rock. I wish this happened at some point. The Rock versus Macho Man would have been way better than The Rock versus Hulk Hogan would have ever been. I just could imagine the face-off, them going back and forth. If they were to start a faction, I would have these two feud first. And after like the third match, they decide to come together. Then start recruiting other wrestlers to join them. The next person they will recruit will be Rob Van Dam, Mr. Monday Night. This man was amazing, this man was innovative, and arguably, he was the influence for a lot of wrestlers today. People think it's Shawn Michaels because a lot of guys do the super kick nowadays, but the super kick was just a cool move. I think no matter who did it, it was gonna be over. Rob Van Dam inspired a whole generation to be different and do moves that are outside of the box. He would be my pick from the 2000s. From 2010, my pick would be John Morrison, Johnny Mundo. This man was extremely underrated. In my opinion, he should have been WWE champion. He had moves like no other. He was dripping charisma. The fans love him. He's still underrated to this day. He's been traveling from promotion to promotion, changing his name to Johnny Impact, Johnny Mundo, and he's still out here just killing it. The decade is still young, but my person from 2020 would be Penta El Zero M. From I saw this man in Lucha Underground, I was in love with everything he was doing. Talk about innovative, this man is killing it. This man is doing moves like nobody's seen before. Only bad part, he can't really speak English, but as long as he have a mouthpiece like Macho Man and The Rock, this faction will be perfect. Rob Van Dam, Penta, and John Morrison will be the ones in there for action, while The Rock and Macho Man are there for guidance. That'll be my faction of decades. What's yours? Let me know in the comments.